Now, India's Environment Minister has quoted an international study as saying that air pollution kills 80 people in Delhi each day. He's now distancing himself from that statement, but air pollution is certainly a major issue. And for more on this, joining us now in the studio is KJM Varma, China correspondent with the Press Trust of India. Great to have you on the show tonight. Now, we've seen that the Indian government is monitoring air pollution, but what about actually implementing policies to control it?
I think the situation is grave, no doubt. It is to be admitted that the Indian society and Indian political establishment woke up to this problem a bit late in the day. India is bogged down with one political crisis or the other in the last 3-4 years. And only in the recent times, let's say in the last 1 year or so, that this particular problem has come up to the fore of the government. And I think the first thing to solve any problem is to admit there is a problem. I think there is Indian government and India as a whole has admitted for the first time that we have a big problem to resolve this, and for the first time India has come out with a credible monitoring mechanism to monitor the levels of the pollution. But looking at India's pollution is radically different from that of China's. The reason is that India is not doesn't have that kind of a high industrial base as China had, like the manufacturing base. The pollution in most of the cities, especially Delhi, is attributed to vehicular pollution, construction, and burning of the waste, and of course there is a peripheral industries that was outside Delhi and things like that. So it's not the new government has come up with various rather initiatives to curb this. Especially they are trying to bring more green tribunals to attend to these particular cases, and there are efforts to curb those industries and brick kilns, things like that outside. And there is a constant burning of waste all around Delhi. That is another aspect of it. And then, of course, there is the sandstorms that you can't do anything about that comes from Rajasthan.
And Prime Minister Modi has been really pushing an economic agenda, growth in the country, and this can come at the cost of environmental policies at certain times. So how can India continue to prioritize economic development while also improving its air quality?
It's a dilemma, no doubt. India is on the verge of rather attracting a large amount of foreign direct investment. There was an enormous amount of campaign all over the world, including Prime Minister Modi came to China to canvass for big foreign direct investment into India. So, but at the same time, I think there is a great care that is being taken, at least from the peripheral point of view, that they are ensuring that the technology that comes to India along with this investment is considerably a modern one that doesn't depend more on coal or burning of these fossil fuels, and perhaps that we can learn a big lesson out of China of not to get into those particular energy fuels that really causes more problems than they solve.
Well, thank you so much for providing your insight. Much appreciated, KJM Varma, our guest in the studio this evening.